Hello, my name is Denise Shehwich, your personal social media consultant and a guide through this custom content plan. I am so excited to be able to support you in creating kick ass content that resonates, that connects, and that is effective, okay, for your community. Whether you're a small business, a solo entrepreneur, I have been in this industry for almost a decade. I have tried everything, I have failed a million times, and I am here to provide you with a plan that is actionable, implementable, and that works. Okay, so let's jump in. This is your chance to get ready to post. This action PDF is all about taking the steps to implement, right? The biggest mistake I see from entrepreneurs is that they read the blogs, they listen to the podcasts, they download the PDFs, but they don't actually do anything. So this is your signal that after this guide, I want you to start scheduling your content out. I want you to actually implement these tips. I want you to use the advice, the knowledge, and the know-how to work for your brand or business. All right, so let's do this. A little bit about me. I have been in the social media game for almost a decade. I started really early on in high school, but I was the social media manager for our downtown marketplace, and then I just kept on getting promoted as the years went on. I've worked in firms in New York City, San Francisco, here in Vermont, and by the end of it at 25, I was the head videographer and social media director for a design and marketing firm locally. So I know what works, okay? I know what clients have tried. I know what copy is effective. I know what kind of content you need to be consistent with showing up online, because that is the big whoopsie that a lot of people make is they post for 1 week and then they go silent for two, right? We want to stay consistent. We want to have a plan of action, and we want to give your audiences something that they can rely on. And I want that content to really be effective, and I want it to be easy for you to create, okay? So I'm going to share my favorite daily and weekly social media templates to make planning your content 10 times easier so that you can focus on what really matters, which is adding value to your audience, your clients, or your customers. All right. So here is your social media freebie. We're going to keep scrolling to your content calendar because I know that's why you're here. Number one, on Monday, it's time to teach your followers something new, okay? Whether you're a woodworker, or whether you're in finance, or whether you're in real estate, is there a helpful insight that you could go live about? Maybe there's a favorite tool that you swear by that you've been using for years. Maybe an inside scoop, a tip on the industry for people, or for house buyers. This can be personal wisdom, advice from a reliable source, or just a graphic. Feel free to repost people too, but share something so that people know that you are in your zone of genius, right? That you have experience in this, that you know what you're talking about, or at least don't even feel like you have to be super in depth about this. Even if you're just 2 steps ahead of your audience, you can still share something helpful that they don't know. So Motivation Monday, Monday Fun Day, Music Monday, there's a couple of hashtag ideas. You're going to see this on every day of this weekly breakdown, just to get the juices flowing and to see what you can come up with on your own. So next, on Tuesday, Tuesdays and Fridays are actually generally the most active times on social media, funny enough. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. is that time frame that is most active. So typically people's lunch breaks, right? Make sure to share a product, a freebie, or something of value to people, right? I typically go with the 80-20 content rule. So 20% promotional posts, 80% other relevant content, freebies, insights into the industry. You want to make sure that you're not just selling things to people. No one's going to follow that or pay attention, right? You want to make sure that your audience is engaged with you and that you are engaged back. So that can be a tip. Ask them something. Ask them their opinion about something. Maybe you have some good news to share, right? Share something about the industry that is valuable, or a product that you really love, or a freebie that's going to add some type of value to their feed, make their life easier. Maybe it's a webinar or how to do something that they wouldn't know otherwise. Just tap into your knowledge base and give them something of value, or give them a product that will add value to their life in some shape or form. And again, Tuesdays and Fridays from 8 to 3, that is the golden hours of social media posting. Wednesday, we're going to share content from an outside source that is relevant to your industry. So this could be anything from a blog, an infographic, maybe even a video, something that will be valuable to your fans. And make sure to tag the original creator. We want to be fair in the sharing of this type of content. And there's also a chance that they're going to repost you for sharing what they created, right? So the internet is wide, it's massive. Our industries have so many thought leaders nowadays, so many helpful resources, so many social media profiles to follow. So don't be afraid to take that and use it to your advantage. Even if you're reposting people a couple days a week, for example, on Instagram, on your story, or on your feed, that is connecting you with them, that is still giving value to your audience, and that is spreading your industry wide, okay? So make sure to be able to do that. Here's again a couple of hashtag examples of things that you can use. Just make sure that it's relevant to your industry, right? If you are a chef and you're all about food and, vegan cooking, for example, don't share a quote about plumbing, right? So be smart about this. Share things that your audience cares about, and things that are going to be action items for them to take, or be inspired by something within your industry that matters, that you feel like is worthy of sharing with them. And then Thursday, feel free to share an old photo, maybe story of something more personal. Today, this allows people to relate with you in a meaningful way. It really fosters your trust with your customers, and it opens the door to connection, right? So people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. That's a Simon Sinek quote. That's the way that Apple has sold millions of computers where their competitors have barely scratched the surface, right? They make you feel like you're buying the why, right? So be honest with people. Share a little bit about how you started your business, maybe what made you want to be an entrepreneur. What is the problem that you're solving? Do you have personal experience with that problem? Just open up to people and be real, because that is what people are looking for more than anything these days. With the amount of ads that are coming in and out to us every single day on our phones, on our screens, on our laptops, we are being inundated with salesiness. So don't be afraid to be authentic and be personal, and give your community a chance to connect with you on that level. That is so vital and so important for human connection, right? So give them that opportunity to do that. Let them connect with you in that way, and I promise you are not going to regret it. All right, Friday, make an extra effort to connect with fans and reach out to potential clients, whether that's sending private DMs to new followers, introducing yourself in a genuine way, or sharing a freebie. Join and be active in industry groups, reply to any comments on your posts, and share appreciation out loud, okay? People are not going to know that you appreciate them unless you tell them, right? This goes for your relationships personally, your husband, wife, girlfriend, whatever it is, and also for your customers. So shout them out. Tell them why you're excited that they're joining your membership platform, or what kind of results they can expect from your product. Go into industry groups and connect with people. Engagement is so important and so meaningful, especially these days when social media is starting to do things like hiding likes, right? Instagram just started doing that. So you want to make sure you're engaging and not just connecting by following, but really developing a relationship with your audience, and celebrating them, right? Celebrating them, making them feel special. Everybody likes to feel important. That is a human need. So your ability to shout them out, to really see them, and to make them know that you're proud of them, that you are happy that they're a customer of yours, you're proud of to have them as a client makes not only them feel good and makes them that much more apt to give you referrals, to talk about you to other people in a positive way. Word of mouth is still incredibly powerful, but maybe they'll repost it. Maybe they'll be so excited that you talked about them that they'll talk about you in return. And it also is just fun for you, right? It's a fun way to pay attention to the things that are going right in your business, and that are really kind of leveling you up in that way. Saturday and Sunday typically get the least amount of engagement, just so you know. But if you are posting, today will be a great day to repost somebody like we talked about earlier in the week, and make sure to credit them with someone else's content. It's an easy way to share value with little to no legwork. So that can be a video, that can be a photo, that can be a quote, that can be a podcast, whatever it is. Repost them. Just make sure you're showing up. Make sure you're not, launching anything on this day, or you're not putting a super important vulnerable post scheduled for this day, because it can be a little bit it doesn't get as much traffic, and we want to save those posts for other days in the week, like Tuesdays and Fridays, that have higher levels of engagement. And then finally, Sunday, the weekends are all about fun, and social media is no different. So don't be afraid to share something funny, a selfie from your team camping trip, a piece of content that asks your fans a silly question about themselves. Ask them what their favorite color car is if you're a mechanic. They'll love the fact that you care, and they'll love the fact that you're a human, right? They can see your fun side, they can see your humor, they can see that you are somebody that they want to be around, that they want to buy from, that they want to partner with. So make sure to have some fun on social media too, because the average person spends 2 hours a day online. So let's make at least some of that enjoyable for you, right? It's not going to all be work. We want to make sure that you are having fun, that you are being lighthearted with your content, and then you are connecting with people and your audience in that way as well. So you did it, okay, creator. I am so freaking proud of you. I know that one of the biggest things that keep people from developing content and sharing content online is perfectionism, right? As a fellow perfectionist, I freaking get it. I want everything to be absolutely ideal before I share it, but I encourage you to take messy action, right? The biggest mistake I see with online entrepreneurs and marketers is that they are waiting and waiting and waiting until they're ready to implement, and then they're never ready, and then they never take action, and they never see results, right? Even if you implement and it's not perfect, and you get feedback, you learn from it, you perfect it, you make it better, and then you launch again, right? You do that process again and again and again. That's why social media is so great, because it allows you to connect directly with your audience, to whisper in their ear. You're not just talking through a megaphone to a loud room anymore, like you have been with commercials and other types of traditional marketing. You're really finding your target audience, giving them value, and providing something for them that is in their niche, right? And I want you to keep that in mind. So this plan makes organizing your value-driven content simple. All you have to do is actually implement. So what I want you to do next is to go into your Google Calendar, or go into a Google Doc, a Word doc, and write down the next week of content, outline it. It is so important to be able to be proactive with your content and not feel stressed about it the day of. What am I going to post? What am I going to post? I have no ideas. I have no images, blah, blah, blah. I want you to be intentional about this. So every week, sit down, maybe a couple of weeks in advance even, and plan your content. Even if you're not posting every single day, plan a couple posts a week and schedule them out. There's a ton of different apps, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. There's ways to schedule out your content. That'll alleviate a lot of stress. It'll alleviate a lot of wasted time and energy, and it'll make this process that much more enjoyable and intentional and fun for you as well. I've also got a ton of awesome resources, both free and paid, for tools, tricks, and tips that I've used. A hashtag matrix that can increase your content by 3,000% in the engagement department. A resource guide that gives you all the free websites that I use to create kick-ass content. And if you want to level up in life, just give me a shout. Make sure to slide into my DMs and ask me any questions that you have. If you love this freebie, or if you plan on using any of these tips, or you use them and you posted them, make sure to tag me at Denise Sheikhovich, or send me a DM. I repost my people, just like we talked about earlier on in this PDF about celebrating your customers. I love to celebrate you. Even though this is a freebie, I love to see the kind of impact, the positive impact it can have on your brand, on your business, on your platform. And I love being able to share that, because I really appreciate you taking the time to learn from me. There's thousands of ebooks out there, there's hundreds and thousands of marketers out there, and I hope that I could give you a little bit of value today. And I would love, 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 it would mean the world to me to see how that actually acted in your digital life, right? I would just, I keep saying the word love because I'm so excited about it, but I would just adore the ability to connect with you and to meet you. And I know that you can slay this social media game. So this is my way of adding a little bit of real, actionable, and honest value to your life 100% for free. But I would love for us to get to know each other a bit better. So feel free to check out the website, connect with me, send me a DM, ask me a question on social media, post me in your story and I'll repost you, and just say hi. I'd love to connect in that way. Social media is meant to be social, and I would really appreciate being able to be social with you and see how this ebook has actually helped you maybe get a little bit more organized with your content. So I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Take care, and I will see you online.